I am the worst. Alright, it's Friday, and lately that's actually meant Eternal. How wild. There is a new draft format on now, so it's not quite the one that I had been playing. I was kind of surprised last week when we played it, and like, these aren't normal. These aren't the cards I'm used to. I did kind of figure they were going to do it, so I'm glad that I was correct about that. Yeah, and we're getting the draft packs first. So, okay. Figure we'll sit on this for a little bit. Give people a little time to come in. Give Serene a little time to come in. But, First, we got Etched Monolith, which is the weird one. It costs 5 to give all of your units charge forever. And liking that Resolute Monk and that Trailmaker. They're both good cards. Always difficult to judge Borderlands Lookout, although, like, a 2-3 for 1 is not bad. And a 3-3 for 1's great.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah. I don't remember him.
Cover of Darkness is fine. Copper All Porter is pretty good filler. Probably just go with Resolute Monk because, God, it's so fucking strong.
He's a bomb. Pay 10, sacrifice Etched Monolith, half your health.
As your health does. As is reasonable and good for your health to do. You get a Trailmaker there. We've got Workshop Tinker, which I tend to like quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, Trailmaker.
Yeah, so that's like a pretty aggressive pre-drop. Warhorn's obviously quite
excellent.
good.
Yep.
You need to be able to hit face, but the thing about weapons is you can often engineer good attacks.
Well, Trailmaker is a lovely smoothing.
Yes, he gives you extra power and he gives you your influence. Like, hard to say no.
Power of influence.
Finest Hour, always decent.
Very, very good.
Bladekin Apprentice, potentially good as long as you get her down early enough. Snowslinger's good. Brushstalker is great if you can give it killer.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually incredible if you give it killer.
At least in time,
there's a decent amount of that going on. Yeti Snowslinger and Jump Kick are both fine. Nocturnal Kyrex is okay, although the fact that it costs 4 is kind of a bit of an oof.
Is it Brushstalker or
I can take a chance on Brushstalker, I feel like. Alright. Storm Spiral, Fast Lightning Storm for 3, pretty decent. Extinguish, obviously very good. Gloaming Wisp I don't rate particularly highly. Dark Wisp is an old favorite, at least in draft.
Oh yeah.
Staunch Protector, when you attack with exactly two units, they get endurance this turn. 3-4 for 3 isn't bad, and that effect is, just kind of pure profit. I'd probably go with Extinguish here.
Yep,
Extinguish is quite strong. Well,
Horn of Plenty!
I would love to take the Creditor's Instinct. I absolutely have to take Horn of Plenty.
Horn of Plenty.
I will see other chances to give things killer.
I mean, there's the unit that gives killer.
Yes, Saddled Sarasaur in the thing does it, but Horn of Plenty.
Yeah, Horn of Plenty. Absolutely Horn.
I will take my Xenon Obelisk, thanks.
Horn. Last Night's Fusion's pretty good.
Alright. Nothing else here is all that exciting. Drop 2 cards in your deck.
Mill yourself,
Once per turn, pay 1 to draw and discard. Use only if you've played a unit, summon, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Oh, right, I remember that one. Kind of like iffy. These are both sort of like whatever units. This one's useless, this one's next to useless. Last Light Infusion is a pretty easy take. Marn Archaeologist is decent. Valkyrie Militant is decent. Shield Barrel is decent. I don't really rate any of these shadow cards.
Yep.
Archaeologist is good if we get big stuff.
Yeah.
Short Barrel is okay, although I kind of at 4 cost wish it gave more health. Like, the defense is nice, but it often
uh-huh.
feels a bit weird playing stuff on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Militan's perfectly good filler. I'm okay with Archaeologist. Back Alley Delinquent's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sand Tornado's decent, as is Horn Vorlung.
Yep.
It's interesting. Like, Sabotage is always, like, weird, but of course the fact that you get to choose Sabotage if you think you know, like, if it's a time when your opponent has it, so you don't actually have Sabotage in your deck, is actually a lot better. And of course he takes buffs and weapons like a champ.
You sure do. I do love
Now,
our
granted, we are not, like, in Shadow just yet.
I mean...
We are definitely playing time, but we don't really have a plan beyond that at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Vorlunk is safer.
Vorlunk is basically, like, it will go in this deck kind of guaranteed. He might or might not, but is potentially a better card. Now, granted, we probably need, like, at least one other thing to buff him that isn't just Horn of Plenty if we do end up using him. So I might be okay. Like, right now, we are actually kind of building towards, like, Trailmaker, Archaeologist, Horn of Plenty, just have a gigantic board.
Yep.
And Vorlunk loves stalling out boards, so, like, that might just be the way. Reset the day. Fascinating. I might take that Elysian banner, because Harbinger's Bite is terrible.
No. Yeah, I'd take the banner, and then if we keep good primal.
Interesting. Kind of like both of these cards as potential go-intos.
Yep.
The fact that Inspire costs 2 definitely makes it a bit worse, but, like, it is a free Warcry and it cycles itself, so, like, it's not bad. Darkstalker is incredible if you can keep it nighttime.
Yep.
Granted, we do not really have... We have basically Last Light Infusion and then potentially Extinguish if we have, like, the third color. We do obviously have the Elysian banner to make this potentially work. Alternatively, we have Inspire just because solid filler justice card. Kind of a tough one, because, I mean, God, a 4/4 for 3 is, like, quite good, and it can block when it's not nighttime, but if you don't have that critical mass, it is 4/4. Neither of these are amazing. Trying to tell y'all, it's Sabotage.
Torque.
Card to play a Rocket Sled!
Yeah! Woo!
Alright.
Eavesdrop, Call the Hit.
Yeah, those are 2 pretty good shadow cards right there. Dive Bomber is pretty decent. Forestall has beaten us more times than I like to admit, but I probably wouldn't pick it first.
Yep.
Stonebreaker Bow is having some trouble.
I didn't even notice.
That will happen from time to time. I think it's definitely one of these 2. I'm not 100% certain which one I would first pick here, particularly in this deck.
Yeah, Call the Hit has Inscribe.
Yeah, they both have Inscribe, so it is kind of down to, like...
Eavesdrop?
I definitely like Eavesdrop. I think these are basically the 2 best shadow commons in this format.
I do have an
and I think they kind of do go with each other. You know, they kind of do both. It's hard to go wrong, basically.
Yep.
Alright, that is a Searing Fist.
Yeah.
Bathe in Light is not the worst. Really a shame. Like, we got this Oni Forge Smith here. We got this Searing Fist.
Fire was based on Onyx.
Yes, in the first pack. I might, like, grab the Searing Fist here on the grounds that it just isn't too bad. Now, granted, Bathe in Light is pretty good at the top end of the deck, though we do still need to find some top end for the deck. It is sort of an interesting thing. We are early enough in these packs where, like, if Fire is super open, we could also potentially end up in a Praxis deck. And that might be worth it over a Bathe in Light.
I think so.
There's certainly no shadow cards here I really care about.
No.
And these are both fine in Justice, but obviously we haven't exactly committed to Justice.
No.
Like, Extinguish and Eavesdrop are far better cards than Inspire.
Yes.
Sabo is not going in, and I don't think I care about that. So I
Let's take
think
the
I'll
Searing
take the
Fist.
Fist, because, like, it's so hard to not take that. This thing has killed the shit out of me so many times, so I'm perfectly happy to take that.
Yeah.
Teriax Mount
gives
is
unit
nice.
killer as well.
Yep. Yes, that is another way to get killer on a snapping brush stalker, which like we are absolutely looking for.
Goodbye, fire.
And yeah, who is someone in front of us is picking fire. Yeah, I could see that.
Lotus instructor.
Suffocate that's actually a good question. I'm not 100% up. Yeah, always happy to see Lotus Instructor.
Yep.
Eavesdrop is also pretty good. This is a weird pack. There's a lot of good stuff in this. Like, this, and this are all cards I am happy to pick in their colors. Hell, I'm even fine with, like, Tower Lookout. I think given that we're at 6 units and a bunch of spells, I am okay with Lotus Instructor over the second Eavesdrop.
Yeah, especially... I don't know if we're in shadow.
Yes, I mean, at this point, these two are definitely, like, it's easily our best color.
Yes.
Secondary color at the moment, but you are correct that it is still kind of an open question. We keep seeing, like, things in Primal that make me okay with them.
Splash for...
Yes, it's, like, kind of better than a puffer humbug, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The one attack on this is just so sad.
Yeah.
I get it, because it's a 1-cost ambush unit, but, like, ugh.
Make it 1-3.
I sure can. I could make it a 2-4 with Horn of Plenty. I'm okay having a Caloric Mix, because, yes, there is a chance that we add that, like, this gets thrown into the deck even without it being a specific thing. Midnight Hunter's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And honestly, with Horn of Plenty, a 4-3 in the air is pretty strong on top of the fact that it's also kill a unit.
Yep.
So that seems fine.
Oh,
nice to see a Carnosaur. That's good. Yeah, still some decent Primal a bit late on, but that's a really good drop to us. Bang.
Bang.
Nothing here is amazing other than Bang, but that's double fire.
Yeah, would it be...
Yeah, I'm not actually totally sure which of these I would prefer.
I feel like Lethra would have to...
True, as a 1-cost. Like, you can always play it later on, but yeah, as a later on play, it's not... Like, a small chance that ends up. I'm happy enough to see a second Eavesdrop to get time completely cut from us. And then it's back. Ace and Wisps is fine. Better with Horn of Plenty. Fine to get eaten by Midnight Hunter, that kind of thing. So with that, it's a pretty good late pick.
Orgov's wares.
My wares. Ah, we've played with her before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she curses.
There is a Saddled Ceratosaur right here. Definitely taking the Ceratosaur with, once again, the eye on Snapping Brush Stalker. The more ways we can get that killer, the more fucked up our deck gets. Because, like, a 5/5 for 4 is nutty.
Beta with killer as well.
Yes, he is also perfectly happy to get killer. We actually have a lot of stuff here that likes getting killer.
Yep. A Horn Form, look.
Even Resolute Monk in a pinch.
Yep.
It'll kill it and then get the rest of its damage over the line. And, like, with 3 health, it's actually not got a decent chance of surviving against a lot of the things it kills. So, yeah, Saddled Ceratosaur is a pretty easy pick there. Warrior Monk is actually the kind of card I really like to see. I do have a call to hit here, but I think I can afford to not take it with Extinguish and, like, the 2 killers, like, all the killer stuff that we have so far.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a little bit of a risk, because, like, Call to Hit is really good. Warrior Monk is also, like, both good and kind of what I want to see in this deck, because
I think we take him,
we want to get late down, and we've had so many games we've played where Warrior Monk has gotten our opponent over the line, or saved them from us getting ourselves over the line. I don't feel too bad seeing him.
Hey, Bullseye! I love that card.
Ooh, okay, so we've got a second Saddled Ceratosaur, or a Midnight Disappearance, or a Call to Hit. All 3 of these are fantastic cards for this deck.
We take the Midnight Disappearance without
I am
Invoke.
looking at that Disappearance, yes. Like, it's both removal and an Invoke, so it slows your opponent down and gives you a card that could potentially win the game. It's like...
Yep, I like it.
It's so good. It's also rarer than Call to Hit, which is like, this is the 3rd one that's been passed to us, I think.
Bunch of them, yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
Legacy,
ooh, interesting. Legacy is obviously very good with Horn of Plenty.
Yeah.
Granted, we are like, our top end right now is actually kind of nutty. like, if I was to take that Marison's Legacy, it would probably be, like, the last big card I take. Because even the Archaeologist, we now have things that we actually want to hit.
Alright,
so...
what would you take over it?
It would probably be, like, the Dagger just to get a little bit more of an early game. We are definitely, like, going to be looking for low things that help us survive long enough to get there.
I say we play Greed.
I do think the Marison's Legacy...
Yeah,
like, it's not
Greed.
like Ritual
Ooh.
Dagger is amazing to start off, but we really want to, like, solid 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
Drops that we can actually just play. Hard to say no to another Lotus Instructor, though.
Yeah.
At least Trailmaker can ramp us up to 4.
Yes.
So having a bunch of 4 drops is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, we are definitely looking.
Do you want another Lotus Instructor?
Probably won't say no. I mean, at this point, the Vorlong probably gets cut, which is such a weird sentence to say. Because, yeah, I don't think Inseparable is worth that much to us. Basically got, not the worst to get a Revenge unit, but that's still way too expensive. At 5, I could probably live with another Nascent Wisps. Soul Feast is also kind of a consideration. Like right now we've got Extinguish and Midnight Disappearance as removal, and then we've also got any number, like 2 killers, I think. Cause yeah, 2 killers, they are both on contracts.
Yep.
That's worth knowing, but they are fairly cheap units, so potentially useful. It's a weird one, because it's also at double colors. Like, we currently can kind of play like really heavy into time, which is good because I think we've got a lot of double and triples. So like, especially if I take this Wisp. This is actually kind of tough, because again, it's like I need the early game, and that may just lean me towards this, but it's not like this is an amazing early game. It's kind of more for aggression.
Yeah.
This is not until turn 4, though, which is definitely a bit worrisome.
Yeah.
Wow, this is actually quite tough. I don't like Runebinder. I mean, like, it is a deadly, it can play defense, but 3-cost 1/1 always feels so iffy.
Oh.
Don't know if that was correct. Mature Avirax does help the cause getting up to this stuff.
Yep.
It's actually not the worst in this. Kickflip
Kickflip
Muff is fantastic. Holy shit, I can't believe that dropped that far. Don't really care about any of these. Don't really care about any of these. Right. Traveler's Guidehouse. Once per turn, you may pay 6 to draw a card. Fascinating. Alright, Bold Adventurer is at least a card. Potentially the card, because it's not like anything else here is all that exciting. This pack actually kind of sucks.
Wow, this fucking pack is
like,
carbo.
if you're in Primal, you'll be perfectly happy to pick that up. After that, like, the next person to get this pack is probably going to be pretty sad. If I'm being honest. Like, I am okay with a Bold Adventurer because we do need that. Damn, Guardian Angel is, like, really, really good. 5/5 Flying Endurance.
Harpoon.
Hello again, Hunter's Harpoon. Harper's Huntoon. Alright, a second Snapping Brush Stalker isn't the worst. Another Sand Tornado is potentially good. Yeah, I might have wanted to read the text on Prism a bit longer.
The Prism is 1 influence, ultimate, pay 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a second Brush Stalker is potentially decent, although I don't know if I want 2 of them in my deck. Sand Tornado and Glen Path Cutter are probably both fine. Soul Collector is decent, but this doesn't seem like the kind of deck that's going to be doing a lot of active trading. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's like a 2-1 for 1, and he also gives stuff like, you know, extra oomph, and that's actually probably pretty decent here.
Yeah, I'd grab that.
Yeah, I think at this point I'll probably... Didn't quite realize. We better find our time. Yeah, like Sand Tornado seems okay, but I think this guy's probably better for us. Aw, fuck yeah, it's Accelerated Impact, which is bad. I love Accelerated Impact, it's very silly.
There's a left-right blade whirl. That's a pretty hard.
It gets a lot of stuff across the line.
Diplomatic
There is Humbug
Seal.
Nest, which is like fast speed, almost assembly line, which is not the worst. And Diplomatic Seal is definitely a consideration.
We're actually not. I mean, we're basically timed with
Yes.
a splash. Ah,
Yes, we are almost a mono time deck at this point.
I know.
And granted, getting the second point of influence, especially if I'm leaning into stuff like this, is good. I think Humbug Nest is potentially decent with Horn. I will say, when this deck doesn't draw Horn, it's probably going to have problems. It is interesting. It's like, I love Blade Whirl. Like, giving +3 attack to a flying unit feels so good. And it having 5/2 itself means that it can often force a bad trade or do a ton of face damage. I'm not sure that I can afford not to take that Humbug Nest, though. Because again, I think that at this point, this deck can manage to do pretty well on the top end. It just needs to be alive long enough to do it. It's possible.
Humbug does that.
Yeah, Humbug Nest will help us. Well, I'm
Oh
gonna
my
take
God.
another Horn of
Horn of
Plenty.
Plenty.
I like this deck. I think needs the Horn of Plenty bad enough that I am going to have 2 of them in it. I would love to take a Battle-Wise Elite here. I would love to shore this up, but we do actually have 5 pretty playable 2-drops. So like, Horn is absolutely what we need, and we get the Battle-Wise Elite anyway. Love to see it. We also get Rampart Arbalest is really good. Good note. It is a better Mithril Mace the turn that you play it, and then after that it can just kind of clean up stuff. It is pretty nutty. It's a fantastic draft card. I don't think I play the second Amaran Archaeologist, but I don't mind taking it. Interesting. Hello, Frauder5. I might take that Cover of Darkness. We're gonna have a lot of large lads on the board, and if I give 2 of them unblockable, that's like could be 10 or 12.
Yep.
Burst
that could get
damage.
us way over the line. Yep.
Like, I would be happy to have another big card. I don't think Belching Behemoth for 8 is exactly it, even with all the ramp we have. Kind of a weird one, though. Yo, Minotaur Oathkeeper!
Ah.
One of my old faves in draft.
Nothing useful here. Oh my. Wow, all the last picks were here.
Yeah, right? Last like 4 or 5 picks there. Alright, so yes, the Fire Dream is definitely dead. I will re-examine Loric Mix at some point, but I imagine it's also going.
Cyber Hyena.
Yep, Cyber Hyena's out. Even with this Elysian banner. I mean, it's weird because we are like just a time deck right now.
Well, we kind of eased back in after a few. Oh.
Yeah, we did not play Eternal for 2-ish years, I think. Until this most recent, the previous draft format now, because this is actually a new one.
Oh, Ransack.
Ended up being really fun. Yes, Ransack is definitely out. But yeah, I mean, I can't really speak to Constructed, obviously, because all I ever do is draft, but, like, I really like the current set of things. Yes, definitely the hired Cutthroat. I will kind of consider the Archaeologists, but likely end up cutting them. In terms of Inspire...
Right, but yes.
I'm trying. 2 and 2.
2 and 2, that's
Not
alright.
too bad. I'm like perfectly happy to play it on the beta, perfectly happy to play it on the first, and even potentially the second eavesdrop if necessary. So like, it's not
Honestly,
like I feel bad.
Don't know. Do you have more than one shadow requirement here?
Nope.
Nope.
That's cool. All right, I do think it's our last cut is probably the Amaran Archaeologist.
Yes, 20 power.
20 power, that's the move. $12 and 7, probably right, honestly. Like, Extinguish is probably the only thing I feel really bad about missing early on. Blend Path Cutter, like, I'll feel kind of bad, but he does always get his value.
Yeah, if he comes down, he chump blocks and then makes something in your hand bigger.
Yep.
Totally fine.
All right, this is going to be an interesting one. I think the 2 Horn of Plenties, like I think without, if I only had the 1, I'd be feeling pretty shaky about it. But I think because we have 2 of them, we have a pretty good chance of drawing them.
Oh, nah.
How sad.
Nah,
It's.
nah.
I love like having so many of these cards, and yeah. As a redraw, it's not the worst. It'll take a bit, but we do have ways to get back
our
in.
Influence, yeah.
Yeah, and
we need like 2 or
we need 3 time eventually. Yes, we need 2 for Nascent Wisps and Humbugness. We need 3 for Sieve, and I believe 3 for Marison's Legacy. Yeah, this is gonna have to be like pretty hard leaning into time here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He does have Inscribe, so actually
That
this
plays.
is perfectly playable.
Yep.
Anything that has Extinguish in it is
That's
worth
fine.
considering.
That's
That's
actually
actually
pretty
quite
good.
good, yeah. Like giving Snapping Brushstalker extra is like really, really good.
That's fine.
This plays. It is. We're kind of going to be looking for just getting the power because like we want to ramp up as hard as possible.
Yep.
All right. I get the feeling that these are gonna have some like. This deck is gonna have some bum draws that absolutely kill it.
You see a Trailmaker.
Thanks,
kind of
Grandpa.
opening hand with...
Yes. I can
that's
keep
actually
this.
okay,
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's got Eavesdrop. It needs more time, but like that's what this deck is designed to do. Draw time. I'm perfectly okay with this. Again, I think if I see a hand that's like half playable, I probably lean into it. Give him a minute to load all the assets.
That Resolute Monk down.
Yep. They kill it. Life. Of course, we are playing a Xenon deck, which means that like we're gonna lose.
Oh yeah,
that's how
your,
Xenon decks
your win
work.
record for Xenon is terrible, right?
It's abysmal.
Oh yeah. It's not as bad as Argenport. Or Elysian, actually. Oh, another power. That's good.
Quite good, because that's also like most of our
The
influence.
desert gives me strength.
Like if we miss Sieve on 4, I feel a little bad, but I don't feel awful. We will have 3 power by the time we play Marison's Legacy, basically guaranteed. Blitstone's a very good card.
Nope.
Legitimately, I am
Nothing
perfectly
gets
happy to
past
just
me.
keep pulling power.
Yep. Ah.
This is annoying.
Okay, that breaks it, right?
Yeah, and I probably do that because like if they have a spell and kill it, like and push Snapping Brushstalker back, that feels real bad.
Wing and
Fine.
blade.
Yeah, I can even eat the little guy if they don't kill him.
I've got plenty of bullets.
Interesting.
Right?
Rather.
Oh, Marison. I mean, I guess the thing is you can actually Midnight Hunter her once she has weapon.
Yes, although they would get double value if they did do
Yeah.
that. So it's definitely a tough one. That said, it would potentially be blocked by Marison's Legacy, so I am like, I might try to avoid the 6/6 in the air here instead. We'll see how punished I get by whatever they put on her twice. But hopefully, because I can play Marison's Legacy next turn, it works out for me. Yes, definitely. Oh, weird, you have a trick? No. I mean, I'm happy because they didn't have a weapon to play on her immediately.
Sound the alarm.
That's fine. Ah, that's the move.
Yeah, that's
That's
the move.
literally, specifically the move. I do know what's about to happen here, but that's actually fine.
Finest area. Final moment.
But here's the thing.
that caused him to go back.
Mm-hmm. So they had to pay a spell there to prevent the 3/3 from dying, and I didn't
he
even
still
lose
has
the value.
killer.
And he does indeed still have killer. And this is the fucked up thing. This is literally the exact thing that I was hoping for. Okay, go ahead. This is interesting. I will take 6 damage to the face if I attack in here, and I might want to just hold and use Marison's Legacy next turn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not 100% confident I will win a face race. It's a weird one. Kind of depends what this is. Though honestly, I think the 5/5s, like, it would have to trade. Yeah, I kind of figured.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I will protect the city.
Probably the 4/3.
Like, thinking what the stealth unit could...
Yeah.
But
It is tough to say.
if it doesn't have quick draw, it does die to the 1/1.
Yeah. Yeah, and then potentially a space.
Or the bouncer.
Probably the horn.
Ourselves a horn.
Then I probably just play defensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird one, because if I attack all in, I feel like I probably win. Or at least they have to take some bad trades.
It depends, yeah. It depends a lot on what that stealth unit is, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely. Like, it might just be attack in with the 2/2. And, it. We'll see if this gets me punished.
It's so hard to tell when
Yes.
it's a stealth unit.
They will be able to stun something, potentially the 5/5.
Don't try to run.
But he is a 2/2 now. How sad. I mean, okay, I guess.
And horn and extinguish.
Mm-hmm. I think at this point I'll AA space.
Yeah, I think so. It's they have to block the 6/6.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I potentially would have won if I attacked all in last time, but I don't know what all this is.
Yes.
And like, I didn't think it would cost me too much.
If they were able to hold you off,
Yeah.
you would have, like...
Yes,
It's
exactly.
so hard.
It's
so impossible without knowing where that stealth unit is.
Yep. It's also like, with the Horn of Plenty in the back,
Yes, you
I
need,
had a
you
play
had
next
the power,
turn.
Yeah.
so like, I may never know exactly
And
how...
getting them down to 5 means that, you know, like,
Yep.
if 6/6 get through, they're dead. If
Yep.
2 other units get through, they're dead.
Exactly. It is like, that's one of those decisions that is so hard to make in the moment unless you have like encyclopedic knowledge of every card in the draft format to know like, okay, what do they have and what would punish me? Like, those are the kind of skills that are like top draft players, the kind of people who play draft every day, eventually start to develop. But hey, I'll take a win.
That is stealth. Sometimes it just makes
Yep.
it so hard to value.
Stealth is extremely like, try to figure out exactly, you know, like what to do here.
Hey, congrats on the move.
Indeed, congratulations. Probably not. If I had playable cards here, I would keep a 3-time hand.
So, yeah.
But this is great.
That's
actually.
Yep, kickflip, trailmaker, South Center Sword.
I'd probably play the kickflip on turn 2.
Up to 5.
Well, yeah, on turn 3, I play Trailmaker and then a Marin Archaeologist. So, like, give them less time to respond to the Trailmaker, basically. Ideally. We'll see how it goes. That is kind of the best feeling in a move, yes. When everything, like your house, the new place is not at all together. Ah, did they not pick a hand? All right, we might just win this one by default if they are asleep.
It flipped, but...
I'll like count to 20 and then make my move. In case they are just away.
Did we put down the Trailmaker, or...?
I put down the Kickflip Monk, then next turn I play the Trailmaker, which lets me ramp into a Marin Archaeologist. Granted, might not be necessary. Because, yeah, if they don't do anything... Oh, here they are. They did miss one turn, but it's not like I could really do anything to prevent that.
Hey.
This'll do the trick.
Yeah, so now we need another source of power. That is another source of power. And probably better as a source of power, because it helps us get to Archaeologist. And then ramp even further. I likely play Humbug Swarm on their turn.
Hey.
Time Twist! Thank you so much.
Great. Oh, so you play Humbug on their turn?
Yeah, that is a fast
That's
spell.
fast spell. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know which spells are fast and which spells are not.
My brain does kind of just know that.
Your choice.
Okay, so
from
they're
their
probably
hand.
gonna throw away... Honestly, it's probably the Midnight Hunter if they're smart. A Marin Archaeologist is annoying, but they also know that I don't quite have anything if they throw away the Hunter.
Yep.
Whereas I get to draw a card if they let me have the Hunter.
Ah.
Fair enough. It is a form of removal. I potentially could have waited until they attacked in with that, but... Well, I could trade a Humbug for it and draw a card.
Yeah?
That is the downside of this dude. You discard earlier, but then I yoink, and like 3-1 is not the most amazing stat line.
Ooh, very nice.
That's
very
a pretty
nice.
good pull, yes. And like even if he dies, I play this next
can
turn
get a
and
sigil,
then
yeah.
get him guaranteed. That said, they're at 14 health right now. They haven't found their second color.
Ah!
My stuff!
Goodbye!
I mean, unfortunately for them, it's a little bit late.
Oh, down comes the, Brush Stalker.
God, this card was playable when it was a 5/4. This card is actually really good as a 5/5.
I know, he's such a little jerk.
I got some old school knowledge. Played this game back when it was baby.
That's pretty good.
It's decent. It does buy them a life.
Hey.
Like Marison's here.
No, I play the Brush Stalker on the off chance that they have a board wipe.
Ah.
Yep.
Shadow does have a board.
It has a lot of stuff that just
feel like
deletes or lower stats temporarily and stuff like
I feel
that.
like it's a -3.
You're not on
Yeah.
the list.
So like, you know, if they were in other colors, it would be a potentially different story. But basically, if they were to wipe my board now, next turn I just come out with Marisons and it's like, oh look, I have a board again.
Hey.
Alright, well, I'll take a win by default. They did miss their first turn.
They came back.
They did play, yes, but they did give me a time walk for free.
It'll come back after a turn.
Woo!
Nice.
Got the 1 in 100, sure. Alright, I'll take 1,800 gold. Why not? We
Made
just
up-
don't have enough.
Oh, I made it 6 yet.
We probably will after this
Yeah,
draft.
come on, come on, come on, let's go.
I don't remember when you get like a few thousand for it.
Maybe 3 or 4 wings. So.
Yeah. We're not quite there yet. Alright.
Ah.
Now we're getting some players.
Hi.
Probably not.
No.
I am going to be drawing aggressively for any kind of action. That's action. It's not that much, but a 5/4 Horned Vorlunk is really good, and Eavesdrop plays, so I will get up to this.
Yep.
I can also sit on the Eavesdrop until I absolutely need to, and
Yes.
potentially rob them of cards.
Yep.
We'll see.
Hidden path.
We've
Honestly,
got 3 turns before we need to.
Yes, we need to worry about it. Potentially 2 turns.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like with all of this stuff, I will
Yeah, I
absolutely
think
play
we
this
use
as
that.
power.
Yes. Yep. Probably next turn.
next
And we'll
turn.
draw.
Even if it is a sigil, I might take
Yes.
the assurance and
Yep.
the curve. Yeah, I think so.
Gonna make that 4-2.
The Vorlon. Good boy. I potentially didn't really need to do that.
Nothing
but
gets past me.
I don't hate it.
yeah, it's an interesting question. I mean, they got a great trade for it, but
Ready yourself.
Ah,
potentially
Warbird
scary.
shooting.
it has been a bit. Alright, I really badly need that power.
So I think she can safely
Yes,
attack
she can
in.
attack in just fine. Basically 2-3 damage. Alright, I need that power so badly.
Alright, give us that time sigil, please. Ooh. Ooh.
That's like that, but unfortunately not. Do swing in, I'll take the damage. You have a spell. No.
That's fine.
Yep, we do in fact take those. I
Because
will.
he can get us a time sigil.
Yeah. Like that or I Midnight Disappearance. Probably this. The weird one. Turn him into a 2 health unit, which is potentially pretty decent for me, although he will turn into like an 8/2, which is very
Yeah, yep.
funny. But I think that this is what I want.
You can also use it to kill the 2/1. Because we'll see what we wanna.
Yes,
do.
yes. There's a lot of potential things here. He at least blocks this now, and when I get Horn of Plenty out, she will as well.
Yep. And we don't mind sacrificing him.
I don't
Ah!
Bigger. This is gonna get interesting.
Yep.
If I pull my second Eavesdrop, I probably play it immediately. That's pretty good. Right, he has +1 because of this guy. I was
Yeah.
kind of confused about that for a moment.
Midnight.
Yeah, I kind of like making him smile.
But Horn of Plenty is.
Definitely the move. We're just gonna look to board stall the shit out of this.
Yep. His Midnight Disappearance will actually put it in extinction range. Color and captain. And that is like 2 cards to
Yes.
definitely board.
Like, it's potentially good just because it forces them to pay 5 if they want to get his board-wide effect.
What's the
Steve.
yes, the Scorpion.
Yep.
That's an interesting one.
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, and that is always the risk. Alright. I think Midnight Disappearance is the one I want to hold on to.
Yep.
Yeah, that just threw away so many good cards.
Nope.
Not that I had a choice.
Nope. Oh, gross.
Yeah. Hell yeah, gamer.
Gross. We need our eavesdrop so we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, for the invoke.
They've been holding up a spell for a while now, and I don't know what it is.
Cost.
Yeah, 2 cost. Alright. Subvert is potentially funny,
Yeah.
and I don't really see either of these other ones being all that
No.
good,
No.
unfortunately. Play our own eavesdrop. We'll play their eavesdrop.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the world's biggest board, but if they can start removing things, we'll definitely be in trouble.
Yes.
I mean, a 7-6 overwhelm is always nice.
Definitely need to start getting some craft.
Mm-hmm. Let the bodies hit the board.
Or the subvert.
I'm not sure.
I don't.
Okay, yep. Laid that out. Bigger.
We now have a Xenon obelisk.
If I can get that 7-3 off the board, I can start swinging with the Battlefield Elite.
Yeah.
Sure. They are also attempted to go bigger than before. That's actually quite good.
Yeah, this seems funny.
I feel like they don't want to play whatever their fast spell is.
We can't play it, but we took it from them. You know what? I'm okay with that. Although, can we play it, or do we need?
Yeah, when you steal a card, the influence requirement goes
Oh,
away. That's why it's
shit.
not there anymore.
Oh shit, that's nasty. Oh
Right?
shit, that's mean.
Right. I could get a 24 attack Horned Vorlunk in.
Stone Scar is mine.
That's a problem.
Or is. I guess it's down to which of these two is better to put it on.
They can still block that with the 7-3, even with Valor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in the Vorlunk, because
Get as much attack as possible in across the line here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she had one more health, then, like, they really... Like, there was still be able, like...
Yes. And I'm getting a billion attack, basically, kind of no matter what. I think I don't really have a choice here.
No.
And I think we're going to lose this.
Yep.
Potentially should have swung all in.
I was thinking we possibly should have, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about the sheer amount of beef I have on the board and how they'd have to take trades for it. That was probably a mistake. I don't think it's the mistake that's gonna lose with us. Yeah, okay,
Yes, we weren't gonna win
matter
with that
what.
spell, yep.
Yeah, like they still would have been able, because they would have been able to let Zoe live by blocking her. I basically need to be able to give him Love it!
Wow! Wow. Wow. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's just life sometimes. They got the 1 in 10.
Oh no, I'm Star, fuck off. I hate that shit.
Ah,
Get
we
outta
already
here.
lost.
We already lost.
Better that it happens there.
We absolutely already lost. Yeah, grab our seat.
Better that it happens in this game that we already lost.
And...
Hmm.
Come on, give us that one that makes two people unblockable.
Cover of Night would be amazing.
Cover of Night right now,
We
off
have
the
2
top.
draws to do it.
No.
Ah, never mind. We lose.
Oh, you wish to spar.
Getting their cannon was very funny.
Their deck is just amazing.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Suffer for your arrogance.
So good.
I know. Yeah, they just continue to have answers. That Eavesdrop, like, that is why Eavesdrop is as good of a card as it is. It won the game for them. We had so much value that they basically stole from us. I can keep this.
Oh, actually, Trailmaker, yep.
Yes, I have Trailmaker and I have Humbug Nest to play early. I need to pull power really, really badly, but...
Do we do our third time in full?
That is a good question. I think we're more likely to draw time even now. It's actually really good.
This'll do the trick.
I think so. It's tough to say, but like as the deck is, we are more likely to pull a time than a shadow. Fine. Oh, beautiful. All of my suspicions have come off.
I know we're, Batwise Link.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, we're at 4 power except down. That's wild. Yeah, I kind of hold on to her and potentially give the killer to something better.
Nothing gets past me.
Another power would be lovely right now. Intriguing.
Valor work off killer? I also
Yes,
get
yes, it
that.
does. I am kind of debating it. And if I do, I'd probably play it on her because this is much easier to get on Brush Stalker. Or even something like Warrior Monk.
Ankus.
No, I'd probably give her killer.
Give her killer and hit the
He's
one.
very
Yeah,
well
just
trained.
kinda forward. Like,
Very
it's pretty
cool.
minor, but...
Very cool that works. Valor.
Yep. Yes, killer counts as doing an attack, so anything that's, like, on attack...
It's like, yeah, it's
Choose
like
your
it's going
side.
block too, and I guess technically they're blocking you.
Yep. Really love to find some power. I'm okay with them double blocking the
Siva?
1/1, yeah.
Attack! Attack! Look out now!
Power, please.
Nice. I at least get to play the Vorlunk. I don't pull power, so I'm not, like, screwed. That's totally fine. That is power.
Yep.
Oh,
And it
You wish to
absolutely
spy?
plays as power. And between that and holding for the horror for the Swarm, just to kill off the 1/1 deadly if they swing in, but they probably don't. Then the Vorlunk stops the 3/3 from going in unless they have something for it. At this point, I kind of just would rather stay back. Alright,
Oh, hey,
time to
bang.
play roulette.
Alright.
Differing Chakram's
That's a
pretty
pretty good
good.
one.
It will at least... probably play this out. Probably block with the Battle-Wise Elite. Go in with Bang. Like, they get the Steel Fang Chakram back, and that's annoying, but... they do at least have to keep paying for it, is kind of the big thing. Alright. And it's either that or the 1/1 killer. The intention of then just swinging the fuck in. Yeah, I think playing the board is probably where I want to be right now.
I feel like her getting the chakram on her.
Yes, true. That would be actually
Although the
pretty
chakram
fucked
on the
up.
5/1, but you can just block. Like, you can sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah, and if they want to spend 4 power on that, that's
Yeah.
fine. I can just sit here and slowly build up an unkillable board. But yes, good thinking on the quick draw.
But yeah, she gets quick draw. That still becomes a 7/3 with quick draw. That's a little...
Yep. But yeah, it's like they can keep basically paying 4 to kill one of my smaller units. If they want. Oh, that's totally fine. They'll get the health back, which isn't great for me, but... again, they keep having to pay 4 to do this. And while that is potentially quite good, like, I have a board right now. I'm the one playing the build-up game. And for all the health they just gained, like, they have a 1/1.
They can make it a 5/1.
That's pretty scary. Potentially should have actually held back one of the humbugs. Should be okay.
Get a power for the warrior monk. That...
I potentially even hold back the warrior monk for a bit. Ah, he has overwhelm.
Yeah.
So of course we did just get set back a power, which means that we are now 2 away from warrior monk.
Nope.
Okay, we're forcing them to empty their hand, which is good for us. Okay, we're back at 5. That's really good.
Just a little more.
Now makes it immune to their second hoof stomp. And at this point, we're kind of just off to the races because they do not have a board. They have 2 cards and a Steel Fang Chakram.
Yep.
I guess 3 with the one they draw.
Make yourself a 5/1.
I don't think I even blocked that. Right, well, I Last Light Infusion, probably these 2.
Yeah, it makes the 5/6.
Oh, and then I ace base, because if they want to block it, that's fine. They do have a fast spell. Sure. And they keep having to spend so much for this. We have 17 health, they have 11. They have 10 effectively. They basically have to block with the 5/1 here, and now I still have a 4/4 in the air. They're getting to the point where, like, Steel Fang Chakram isn't slowing them down so much, but they also just do not have cards. Now they have cards. Alright, they can potentially make this interesting, although Warrior Monk should give me enough health to kind of just ride out whatever. We shall see.
Ready yourself.
Pretty good. Oh, hey.
He's very well trained.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Am I might even...
2-1?
I actually might give this killer because it has Overwhelm.
Ah.
And also give her Overwhelm.
Oh, hello. Uh-huh.
That's just lethal. Nah, not quite lethal.
Can't attack with your
Yeah,
fourth
yeah,
one
no,
right
because I can't, not lethal. Definitely happens.
Just a little more.
Probably just...
Yep.
Now it's like, you fucking figure it out.
Now we extinguish and we can
Nope.
boot that to... Okay. 7 once we can.
Sure. Still dead.
They're still dead. Oh, they held on real good.
Yeah? We were kind of never not in control, though, even as scary as that was.
They were always on the back foot.
Yes.
They always had to respond to us.
And we always had more stuff. It's not like
That
they were able
steel
to
fang
amp us out.
chakram did a lot of good for them.
Oh yeah, no, as soon as I saw that, it's like, oh, that's gonna be a problem for a while.
Hey, Bang.
But,
Bang never works out for us.
oh, never. It plays Mantle of Justice for us. But it was like they had to keep paying 4 to play that, and we just kept building a board, and it's like, yeah, I'll trade my, like, 2-cost thing for that 4-cost thing and the unit. That's fine. Steel Fang Chakram is an interesting one. It's a very good draft card, though, because it is just that infinite source of value. When you get it later in the game, you do just keep playing things. Yes, I'm keeping this.
Put down Resolute Monk.
Yep, I might even inscribe the Kickflip Monk, but we'll see what things
we'll
look
see.
like. That
We've
is
got
the nice
free
thing
power
about
before
Inscribe.
then, Yep.
She gets to be exactly what I need her to. We're also going second, so draw.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Polar Insolent.
Yep.
Probably don't even play Earth Power. Although,
I
again,
might
we'll
still,
see.
like, because, like,
We'll
we
see.
have been stuck on 4 and 5
Yes,
a lot.
Yes, we have, yeah.
So it's like,
We probably do now that we have,
Just that keeps
Siva.
me straight.
yep.
Again, we can wait until turn 5.
Yes, I either do it next turn or I do it turn 5.
Actually, we don't actually need her for Siva.
Yes, we can play all of it. It's an interesting one. It's definitely like if I do, ooh, that's also interesting. Well, I'd rather inscribe
Yes.
this than that.
Yes, absolutely.
With that in hand, I probably play the Kickflip Monk as power on this turn because we have a lot of 5s in this deck that I'd love to hit on
Yep,
curve.
yep.
Oh, you wish to spar.
Decent chance this is Thorn Dude. So it wouldn't have given them a chance to block if it...
Nothing gets past me.
Ah,
Sure.
and we like that lad. We would have loved that lad in this deck.
He'd be great in this deck, yes.
He won though.
Yep.
We'd have snapped it.
I likely give him Killer and murder this, unless they play something more juicy. Alright then.
That's a pain in the butt.
Probably play the Scorpion here, right?
Yeah, for the.
He's very well trained.
I love that. It's a good
We,
quote.
we do now have enough power for Midnight Hunter, which is.
Yes, and that can potentially even eat the Scorpion if I want to, or the Battle-Wise Elite, or even Siva. Oh, potentially beautiful. Kind of hard to engineer these two
Okay,
happening.
same hat, same hat.
Hmm. We're just gonna stand here staring at each other.
I know. Good shit.
Hmm. Probably the 2/2 rather than the 1/1. The 1/1 represents threat.
The
And the
deadly,
2/2 isn't doing
yeah.
that much,
No.
especially with the 1/4 still on the board.
Yeah, we definitely don't need that.
They of course also have like a buttload of power right now,
Yes.
so like non-zero
God,
chance
no.
that I end up. Going off him instead.
Oh,
Honk.
that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we kill that 3.
Kill that win con. Because yeah, the 1/1 still threatens to block it.
And next turn we get
Next turn we
Carnage
stop
Forbidden.
this one from attacking, which
Yep.
is nice.
That is the thing, if we get stuff big enough, it
Yes.
can't attack.
Yeah, it is an awkward card. They had to pay a lot for that. That 7 damage there. Midnight Hunter's a really good card. Might be the power in the beta, because of course I don't pull a power, I can't
Yes,
play
you can't play
Carnosaur.
him. Yeah.
Like, oh, that is such a good eavesdrop. Why
Yeah.
can't we ever draw eavesdrop?
I mean, I don't know. We have them.
They do exist, we swear.
1?
We have 2, I think.
2?
I don't think we've played it yet.
No, we haven't.
Except
No,
this
we played
power.
this power once, yeah. Oh, there it is.
Hey, how do you like it? That's actually pretty good for me. Yeah, give it back. Fuck you.
Alright, attack with a 3-2.
I would love to pull a saddled Ceratosaur off the top.
Yes, absolutely.
That's really the dream here. I don't really care if they get 4 damage in here. Like, if they're doing that attack, that tells me there's something scarier in the wings.
I help where I can.
No, it's right.
Yep. I'm okay spending 2 turns, because I actually don't really want to play this out until I have the trailer. Fine. Annoying, but fine.
And we can still at least chip in over the top here.
Yes. Yeah, we're sitting here. I'm the one with the win condition currently. Very easy to kill a 3/2
Yes.
in these colors, but until they do it. All right.
4/4. I forget his deal about him attacking or not attacking. Cannot attack or block unless it has more than every other unit.
Yes.
Yeah. Would he kill the 2?
I might kill this just because if they put like, you know, any sort of stuff on it, it could
Yes.
become a problem.
Yeah, I think we
Um.
the 4/4 currently is.
Yes. This also kind of speeds the clock up a little bit.
Alright, for the brush stalker down.
Yes. If they have a spell to play, that's fine. I can just, you know, play him out again. At this point, I am kind of just chilling, waiting for that saddled Ceratosaur to come in. Or a Horn of Plenty, which would be amazing in this situation. Oh, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. Yup. Alright, if they ever hold a card again, I kill them for it. Really need one of my horns. It is unlikely that they ever hold a card again, but hey. At least these guys cannot attack.
No.
Ah, Waning Moon, take 1 damage, draw a card. I see. They are now in lethal range if they can't kill the 2/1. I think even if they do, an A-Space still wins it because the 4/4s cannot block.
Yeah, it can't attack or block, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, yeah, they're in big trouble. And with that on, they have, I mean, unless they have life
Yes.
steal, they will die. Or how many turns it is.
You also can't block.
Then your turn. Wait.
Yeah, that does not help. Fascinating.
Well, that was in this format?
Mm-hmm. It seems quite bad.
Well, we can now kill her with that 6-5.
Just to do it. Fuck you.
You don't want to do it on the overwhelm?
I mean, we already win.
I mean, yeah, I know. They do have 7 power. Probably.
Thanks for the 1-4.
I think he got a little cheap.
Oh, I got extremely cheeky.
Attacking me now.
All right. He's looking at me.
He got very cheeky and it nearly bit him in the ass. So I think you're entitled to a little.
Game's quick tonight. Oh man, I love this
saw
hand.
the horn, but no.
We have the horn, we have the extinguish, and the humbug nest, but we do not have like if
One
this
of
does
those
not
was an
pull specifically
inscribe.
time, it would just die
If
horribly.
that
It's like
archaeologist was a scribe.
so fucking close. If it was a redraw, I would be okay with keeping it. This is actually really good
This
though.
is good. This is good.
Like this has the eavesdrop to either play or power with. Pain I can get into.
Guidance sigil next turn.
Yep.
The desert gives me strength.
No here, buddy.
Nah. We'll just pay the cost. Alright, what's color number 2?
Time sigil.
Yep. Yeah, so we could spout.
No, we got 2 draws.
2
for
draws to hit
sigil.
power, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Has to be the time. I cannot play him otherwise.
Yep.
I will happily take 7 damage on turn 3.
Oh yeah.
I will then eavesdrop them probably, unless like... God, I might even like hold it.
Yeah,
If
we
we get
got-
rid of-
we got
It's so
cards,
tough because it is
but-
like...
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the time you just want to play eavesdrop because your opponent probably has good cards, and not playing eavesdrop gives them the chance to get rid
Play
of those
those
good
cards,
cards.
yeah.
Yeah. So it is like you're better off just eavesdropping the shit out of them. And like even if they have to throw away power with it, that's usually really good for you because they were generally pretty happy with that curve, and now they're not. Okay. If they get a trade here, I both kill it and get some face damage. That's fine. We don't even. This is that botanist dude. I won't be happy, but yeah, that's fine.
Alright, Brushstroke or Lois?
Probably Lotus. Make him even bigger threat in the air. Play him as power. No reason to hold him.
Yeah, no, we're 3 turns away from him.
Yep. If this is a sigil, I would play the sigil first because
Yes,
5 is kind
yes.
of my number, but yeah. He is almost certainly getting inscribed here. And that is why Carnosaur Beta is a good card. Because it's like, if you think you can play him, you can play him. And if you don't think you can play him, you don't have to play him. That presents an interesting question. I mean, I still inscribe him,
Yes.
but I think I might play the Avarax here. I probably also attack in because they'd have to give me this.
Yes, they would have to trade that, yeah.
And if they don't, I get 5 damage to their face.
Yep.
Yeah, they actually had to really think about that. Which, correct.
Yeah, it is a decision. Slows you down a bit.
Yep.
But you do lose your life.
Exactly. Like a really good blocker that also gives them life for every turn it's on the board. Pretty good for them in kind of the situation that I'm in right now.
Right, so do we make a 3?
Yes, and I will probably still ace space here. I mean, it's a weird one, but it does just get it out.
trading the 2/1 Wisp for their 2.
Exactly. Feels pretty okay, especially when it's giving them extra stuff that might get them like a Cloud Scraper or something.
Yep.
Plus, we actually get to pay the full cost all at once here. And again, if not, we put them in potential lethal range here. That implies to me that they have either like a Horn of Plenty or a spell or something that they really need him up for. Ah, if they get that removed, that's fairly good for them. That's going to be an interesting one.
Rush Snapper is a good...
Yes, he is just a good constant threat. Like, a lot of the stuff that these colors have is spells to get rid of things.
Have, you have to get over the line, so...
Like what I ace space here, and it's an interesting question.
Let's see what
Not anymore. The Nightfall's good for me though. A gives them a clock and B gives me another card. Not amazing. But that digs me down to the things that will win me the game, like Monk, Horn of Plenty, all sorts of things. Bang Sarasaur getting buffed is nutty. This card I liked even when it was like worse than it is now.
Ah, that guy is...
Mm-hmm. Yes, he can keep them alive here.
Okay, can we get Recover of Darkness?
No.
We haven't seen it yet. We do have one.
It's true,
in here.
it does exist. That's good.
Probably
Do I ace space? If I would definitely attack him with 2 flyers. It's really a question of if I like throw this stuff down too and force some trades.
Yeah, they kind of do have to. They have to block your 4/5/5.
Yeah, exactly. I get a really good chance of getting 3/4. Like, it can't eat anything good here, right?
No.
The only way they get back in this game is if they can turn this into a stall fest. So if I force the issue, it gives me a much better chance of being in.
Okay, that was actually very good for them. That card is a pain in the butt.
Yep. It's only bad because it's expensive.
Yep.
If I get any of my sources of killer, I'm good. I can even play like Siva on this. Yeah, they basically gain 3 health a turn as long as he's on, and it's night. If they do keep it night, that does help me overall because it draws me more cards with which to win the game. But
If
they
we
have a
could
full
draw
hand,
them-
and I don't have a full hand.
Yeah, drawn 4 power in a row.
Yep. But that's why Nightfall's good, because that would have been 4 turns of getting
Ooh,
nothing
yeah,
without it.
Alright, give us something.
It's totally fine. Give me killer.
Yes, killer, please.
It's also like if it's not night. Okay, so they got the night. That's fine. Cool. I can still
kill
play
their
everything.
3/4.
But yes, I killed the one that's giving them the life steal. If they can do something about this, I'm in a bit of trouble. But even if they play a spell here, if it's not a stat gain spell, I still get to kill it. Nice. Okay, this is now a game.
Good for them.
This is good for Bitcoin.
This'll do the trick.
Don't really care what I get here. Stay in 2 colors because if they have the Borderlands lookout guy, that would potentially punish me for playing more as a joke and or prank.
Yes. And they are in the colors for.
My life for Argenport!
Holy win this. We just need Cover of Darkness. Come on. There's a lot of things that could win this for us. If we get Cover of Darkness, though.
If I extinguish this, I can attack in, although it doesn't really give me... It gives me the 5/5 attacking in, and if they kill it, or if they play a spell,
yes,
he comes back with
They would
killer.
have to spell to kill him, yeah.
Yes.
They can't, so... Yeah, I think you kill the 2/1.
Because yes, they have 4 attack in here, and if
Yes.
they play a spell, they 4. And again, this makes it night and continues the clock on them. This is gonna get interesting, because we're getting pretty close here.
Yeah, I feel like they've got a chump.
They have to chump block this, yes. Wow! I cannot believe this level of playing around this.
Ow. Ow.
I think we might lose. We're still close though, because they are a Nightfall deck, and the more Nightfall they have, the more we can just kind of kill them. Jesus, I only get 1 thing for this.
Yeah, and wow, that's
Actually wild.
Wow.
They had to have both of those in there to be able to play around this guy. That's wild.
On Cover of Darkness, fuck's sake.
Have to attack him with more than just that. Alright, they're putting me in potential lethal range here, but I think my win condition is Cover of Darkness. Kinda have to let them do it. Alright, do we win the game or lose the game?
Come on. That's right, we're about to save one of your humbugs. Oh, good. Oh, thank
They have
God.
flying on that turn.
Yes, they do. Absolutely made a difference.
Alright, do you have the answer?
Care for a wager?
Oh, thank God we finally drew it! Jesus!
And that's why I like having a Cover of Darkness.
Oh, man.
And it is difficult to stress this
Oh
enough.
my God!
Ha!
Fucking finally! I mean, like, Cover of Darkness every turn! We drew it on the last possible turn!
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it do be like that. You do, in fact, love to see it.
We had a bunch of stuff that would run us over.
Yeah, the monk would have been good there.
Like the Overwhelm,
Lotus Instructor would have been good there. There's so much. Sometimes. I mean, the only reason they stayed in that game as well as they did is that they had 2 of those ambush units that are not spells. Like, that's so fucking nutty. They should have lost that game so long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, either time if they had procced that, I would have gotten so much value because I had already gotten the killer on Snapping
Yes.
Brushstalker.
Yes.
And, like, every trick that isn't an ambush type thing would have just sent him back, and then it's like, hey, I'm back, buddy. I'm glad that you enjoyed.
They're the perfect counter to him.
Yup. Yeah, like, we had the perfect math on the board with the kill that we got. Like, everything was great there, and they had the perfect card in their hand to stop it. Woof. Cover of Darkness is a card that does not get enough respect. And, like, it's worth noting, it's not good, but it is sometimes what a deck needs to finish games. And it's like, in a format where stuff gets really stally, it's a way to like have someone think that they were stabilizing and then just finish them off.
No.
Not quite.
No, absolutely not. Not a urine scribe.
I know, right? This is playable. We have the humbugs to slow people down. We have wisps to play.
Hi, Cover of Darkness. We don't want you
I know,
right now.
You're a little too early, but
we
you
don't
know.
want you in our starting hand.
No. Especially not the starting hand that is going to be the stalliest of stally hands.
Yeah, we're gonna have to card or so beta, so we might as well.
Yes, yeah,
throw
like
him
both
out.
of those are 3s, so if I pull a 2, I'd rather have played him last turn. Alright, that's actually fine, because it can go on Humbug's Nest or Nascent Wisps. It also is Nightfall, which will draw me more
Yes,
cards,
we need draw.
and I need to have cards to play the video game.
The last match, they managed to claw back so much.
Oh
that
god, yes.
Lunar Mage and all that.
Alright, I'll trade a Humbug for that.
I can now play Cover of Darkness.
Woo!
Woo!
I just got a card for half a card. You'll love to see it. Block either of these. Probably last Light Infusion.
Yeah, let's see what their stealth is.
Yes.
I assume they're gonna slam in with it.
It's Thorncrawler I'm slightly annoyed, but you know. Only slightly. What do you got?
Lots to think about.
You're 6 on the ladder. Love to see Eavesdrop here. Pretty good one.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
That's terrifying.
Oh, I hate it.
No, I'd probably use her to block the, or at least to stop the 4-3.
Yeah, because she couldn't. She would be a 5.
Yes.
Little flyers.
Yeah, definitely that.
Just a little more.
Interesting question which, but actually this one to slow that down slightly. And if they can ping the 2-1, I am in Mondo trouble. If they have anything with charge, I am also in big trouble. There are many ways that I can die here.
Oh!
Draft is easy, just draft good cards.
Their deck is baller.
And of course I have to drag on the
Wow.
Marison's Legacy.
Yeah, we don't actually get the 3 time, of course.
It doesn't even matter. Could have played it even if I had the time. But yes, you are correct that next time I will also...
Ah!
Alright, yeah, just draft
We're
good
boned.
cards.
We're boned, yeah. Absolutely. What color deck that they got smooth as butter?
I know, they had like a perfect draw here. That's like the only thing that can potentially help with this. Oh god, I don't really want to send any of them back.
No.
These are all terrible.
Wow, all terrible 1-cost cards.
Why not?
Wow, their deck is,
Running.
wow.
That was the invoke that they had there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But,
They got a good thing and we got offered. Shit.
we drew none of our good cards, and they drew all of their good cards.
Alright.
I mean, that is the thing, though. Like, when people are that good at drafting, they can pull out 3-color decks that work really, really well because they have the idea of, like, okay, I'm being offered these good cards, and I know that I can make this work, basically. You know, like, really, like, someone who's that level at draft can take the draft that we were handed and probably make a way better deck than us with it. And that is kind of one of the big, difficult skills in drafting. And I mean, I would say I'm a pretty decent drafter. I am pretty good at card evaluation. I can have a little bit of trouble with big picture stuff, and that's definitely where, like, a lot of people can beat me on things like this. I know how to make a deck that works. I don't necessarily know how to look at, like, the series of cards that I'm seeing and realize that, like, this is one of the best decks that I could pull out of something like that. Which is kind of why I think draft is an interesting format in the first place. Like, you know, there's so much space to improve in something like that, and sometimes you do just get the deck that is the most incredible thing in the world.
Sometimes you get really good cards and then you don't draw them.
That will happen. Alright, what do we got?
Spicy matchup.
Mm-hmm. We've won too many times. They're running out of players.
Or slam us up against that guy again.
The second time, yes. The only way you can do that in a draft is if one of you ends your draft, like finishes your draft run up and then drafts another deck. It does, as far as I'm aware, stop you from refacing someone with the same deck that you have already played in any given draft run. Which is nice. In the very least, the only times that I've seen people twice in one draft run are when they are playing a different deck. Wait the Mage. I hate this. Got the Midnight Disappearance. It can play Wisps. The Eavesdrop definitely gets
Yeah, we can inscribe that whenever we
inscribed.
want.
And even Brushstalker comes out, so perfectly happy with that. I potentially do it on turn 2 if I haven't pulled another Shadow Power.
Yes, we see what we draw, of
But
course.
yes. Makes things a little interesting.
Yeah, we can definitely hold the
I might
eavesdrop a
still
little
play it
longer.
turn
Or we
2
can-
just because
yeah.
I've got a 3, 4,
Nothing
5
gets
here.
past me.
Yep.
That
not
though,
anymore.
that changes it because
Alright.
now I want to play the Eavesdrop on
Yes,
turn 4.
Yep.
Inscribe is so fucking good. Like, every time I play draft these days, that's the one thing that I'm thinking. Okay, they know they can play a little bit slower. They get a pretty decent filler card there. That's actually kind of nice for us. We'll need 1 more power to be able to play it, but we will be able to play it.
Your Slayo probably did, yes.
Lyo's quite good. That's fine, actually. They had to pay 3 for that. I took some face damage, which is great, but... when they have 4 cards in their hand, I feel like that's when Eavesdrop really starts being quite good. Like, 4 and 3
yeah.
is just the most painful decision in the world. At least when it's 2, you don't have to think about it. You just sit there sad. Alright, those are actually okay cards to throw out, so hopefully that at least fucked up their power curve. That makes Midnight Disappearance even better. I am debating...
Trailmaker?
Yeah, because then I would be able to Marison next turn, and I think that that's worth it. Like, if they kill it, I do get Midnight Disappearance anyway.
This'll do the trick.
Alright, we don't
Doesn't
really
matter anymore.
care.
Double Shadow.
Once again, because they're in time, we have to not go into 3 factions
Have
to
to
confuse them.
not get cheeky.
You know, literally for 1 card that is uncommon in the draft packs. I'm gonna throw away a card for that. Ah. Wow, that's like not good. That's a much better card than that.
we do have the means to kill.
Probably play out the legacy. Especially because my grasp on 6 power is a little bit tenuous.
Yes, it.
But hey, I'll play out 6/6 stats on the board. And I also have some removal for whatever the first large thing they actually acquire is.
Yep.
I definitely hold on to that for that. That's an issue.
That's a problem.
I do kill it, I have to sell out one of my ground unit. That's fine, I don't really mind losing either of the...
If you're Midnight Disappearance, you can back in.
That is true, I can actually play all of that. They'll get another Tinker, but I think that'd be too slow for them at this point. And I get a really good card. So even having to pay 1 extra for it isn't the worst.
Can't play him.
Suck.
Yes, I know. He's absolutely the best one. Ember Ring or
He does
Gift of
have
Prophecy?
Inscribe. When you inscribe, each player discards the top 2 deck. Not this week. Yeah, I think it's Amber Ring here, which is kind of a strikeout, but hey. Yes, a generated card from Invoke does still have its requirements.
Yes, because it is in the colors that...
Yes. But I got rid of the big thing, which is honestly the biggest
okay.
problem.
We did Midnight Hunter that.
Probably not, because it's only a 3 cost.
It was a 3 cost.
I think what I
correct,
do is play out a bigger board.
Just play out the
The
ring?
1, the 2, and the 3, yeah.
Yep.
I have a spell, but there shouldn't really be much they can do
Hidden
to
pathways.
here.
I'll find my way.
We can always block 1 to something bigger.
Yep.
No?
Sure.
Enough?
I mean, that's pretty big. That is one of the things that got hit by the... these are... that's one of the things that got hit by a scout.
Yep.
Yeah, that probably got hit by the Tinker. Okay.
That's fair, that's fair.
We'll kill the 2/2, but then I can just A-space here. Beautiful.
Horn.
You love to see it.
Probably not the 3, this guy, because he's
Yes,
still bringing us up
yes.
to 6 power.
This is gonna get interesting. Potentially not even the Scorpion, but I am okay with kind of trading that. Really need to be able to give the Brush Stalker Killer
I'll get it
here.
ready. No problem.
Yeah, they take the value play, which is fair. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna attack in with these 2 and see what they do. If they let it hit face, that's 6 damage. If not, I just give the Brush Stalker Killer and kill the 0/1. Thank you. I killed him anyway. Forgot about the horn. That's fine. They might play a spell here to send him back, but like, I have an 8/6 killer unit coming down every turn. Ho ho ho, now I have a machine gun. Would love to pull active power this turn.
Alright!
Correct.
Alright, well, next match is probably the last match of the night.
Yes, definitely. We're at 1:40 now. Win or lose, this run ends. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this, regardless of where this goes.
Oh,
like,
this went good. This went good.
we never play Xenon decks that do well.
I mean, like I said, it's better than Argenport.
Yes, fucking Argenport. It's so sad. I love playing Argenport. For some reason in the previous draft format, I could not play Argenport. Every time I played it I went 0-3.
Yeah, it's like, win rate for Xenon is 40%,
And that's before this.
Argenport is 10%.
Oh my god.
Elysian was 25%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
Oh no.
Wow, that's so sad.
I know, some of those
This
were
is
time.
almost incredible.
Right? If 2 of those shadows were time instead, we would keep that hand. But. Ooh.
Not good, but it can play, and I think it's better than going down a card.
Yeah, hopefully we draw some power.
We need power. We either win or lose this based on power. We are going seconds. That gives us a little extra time. That extremely doesn't help, though. That's like the
No.
exact opposite of helping.
On power.
Battle formation.
That's bad.
We're fucked. All right, 6-3.
Alright,
Fun
well,
run.
that went pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very good card, and
We don't have any card.
we have not drawn.
That's a card I would have to deal with if I had a functional hand.
I know. Power? Power? Ah!
Man, I'm not gonna say I hate it when a bronze beats me because they got a functional hand and I didn't, but
It sucks, man, doesn't it?
yeah, I should have thrown that back.
Yeah.
I don't think this was worth holding
No.
on to, and like I think it was worth going down a card to get a chance to get something better than this. That said, we lost.
No, we lost.
If
yeah.
we had a functional hand, we still lost this, guaranteed.
Oh, you wish to spar?
Like, this is an incredible start. Holy shit. It didn't matter. Alright, I can feel a little bit better about losing to this because they nut drew.
Darkness falls.
Nut! Holy shit.
Yeah?
There was no hand we could have drawn that would have won us this. Literally none. Literally no hand we could have drawn could have won this game.
Submit.
Oh.
So, like, okay, if we're gonna get an awful draw, I would take it on that. Oh my god. That is one way to end the night.
Submit. Will be over.
Alright. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. 6-3 is pretty good.
That's pretty alright.
That almost keeps the streak up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we've ended a stream without getting 6. Or was there the one stream
There was
where...
the one stream where the both drafts went badly, but...
Alright, but hey, that'll definitely be the stream in an hour and 45. And that went pretty good, and we did get our money back. So, even without the diamond chest spinning up.
Yeah, 6 digits gold! Woo!
Alright. Yeah, until the next time I do a draft.
Hell yeah. Glad to... Ty got us back into Eternal.
He just randomly was playing it one night, and I saw the format, and someone, like, kind of explained Inscribe to me, and then, like, I started playing, and it was just like, oh my god, Inscribe is, like, the best keyword they've ever printed. And that's kind of been that.
Yep.
It's... even this, you know, like, this is a new draft format, obviously. They've changed up the draft packs, but, like, this has been still pretty fun. Even the new cards that they've gone in, even Nightfall coming back, which, like, that made that one game that we just barely won really interesting because they were kind of ticking clocks over both our heads. It's really good. I really like Eternal. I always have. Like, I got a bit tired of it after playing it for, like, 3 years straight, but, like, after a decent break, I have been just loving getting back into it, and this new format has been pretty great. The next set's gonna come out and I'm gonna be like, oh no, it's 3 colors and I hate it. But you know, I might as well just get the fun in while I can, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we will be back on Sunday, right?
Yep,
We're
Sunday
still
Golden
streaming,
Sun. Yep.
playing more Golden Sun 2. Should be a fun time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.